mom's here too. Hi. Well, so I slept terribly last night. Let's just get right into it. I slept terribly. I didn't know I was going to. You never know when the sleepless nights are gonna come. I'm having so much transition and change happening in my life right now. So I'm just gonna blame it on that. Um, Serving tables till pretty late sometimes makes it hard for me to sleep. I was gonna go to a 6 a.m. yoga class and I canceled that around 3 a.m. when I was still wide awake, wanting to rip my hair out. But it happens. And I actually realized that I have one of my favorite teachers, Yoga Nidras, on recording. And I wish that I would, when you can't sleep and it's 3 a.m., it's not like you're thinking reasonable thoughts. But I have that available to me, so I'm going to try that tonight. If anyone's done any Yoga Nidra, let me know what you think of it. I never know how to explain it to people, but it's great. I think it cures any insomnia. So, Mercury retrograde coming in hot. Yeah, let's just blame everything on Mercury in retrograde. And so, yeah, and then I wake up and the sun's not out and I'm just kind of like, But luckily I have a coffee shop at the end of my block and I love that because when I wake up feeling like this, especially, if you wake up, usually I wake up and go teach a class or go do something. On Wednesdays, I don't really have any responsibilities until the afternoon and evening. So I usually wake up and I just walk to the end of the block and get a cup of coffee, and just sometimes taking a walk around the block really, really helps. I also have this sun lamp. Tibetan Nepali art joined. Ooh. This salt lamp. I have a salt lamp right over here that you can maybe see glowing. This is my sun lamp. This is one of the best things I ever bought on Amazon. It's pretty cool because it has colors. It'll change colors. And then it has 3 different settings of light. And it has a clock on it. So you can set a timer and have it wake you up with the sun. So if anyone suffers from winter, you're not unique if you suffer from winter. Get one of these lamps. They just help. Jen, welcome. Beautiful. Okay, so we might as well dive in here and get started. Today is day 4, and we're going to get into the heart chakra today. My favorite practice. We will be doing a little short compassion practice. If you've been one of my students or you've been following me for a long time, you know that this is my favorite thing to teach. If they said to me, the universe said, Jane, you can only teach one type of meditation and yoga for the rest of your life, I'd say, okay, compassion practice it is. So I'll get more into that when we get there. And then after we do that practice, we're going to do what I call a life map exercise, which is also something that was given to me by a Lama. So I'm really just passing my teaching straight on down to you. Not all of these things I've learned are given to me by Lamas. I've had a lot of really great New Age teachers as well. But it's all the same, man. It is all the same. So, do I have anything else to say? I don't think I do. So, today we're going to just do like a little gentle stretch to get started, and then we're going to do a little bit of tapping, EFT tapping. So wherever you're at, have a nice seat. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhaling, we're going to bring the hands together and just reach them right up overhead. Nice gentle curve in the upper spine. And we're going to push those wrists back behind the shoulders. Good, and let the arms relax back down to the sides. We're going to bring the right elbow to the right ear to the right shoulder. And just roll that right on over to the other side. And rolling back to the other side, all the way around. Once you hit that left ear to left shoulder, we're going to switch directions, 2 circles. And then we're going to stop when we have the chin to the chest and look up, chin to chest, look up, chin to chest, look up. Good, and back to center. I'm going to put my right hand down on the ground next to me. I'm going to reach my left arm up and over, just opening up that side body, breathing in. Good, and left hand down, right arm up, reaching over, breathing in. Good, back to center. Let's just roll those shoulders back. And then we're just going to pretend like there is like a rod going straight up all the chakras, and we're going to go in circles. Kind of like a cone-shaped circle. Switching directions. Good. Then I'm just going to pull both my feet out right in front of me. I'm just going to reach forward, nice gentle stretch. What I would love to do is just guide you through a quick yoga practice. If that's something you're interested in, I've definitely never considered teaching yoga through my Instagram page. But then coming back to seat. But if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Just some gentle stretching here. Let's get into the wrists, open up anything in the wrists. I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't acknowledge my wrists very often, and they take on a lot. So just stretching out the wrists. And we're going to shake out the hands. And then we're just going to do a little bit of tapping. I don't have a ton to say about tapping, except for that I think that people overcomplicate it, and I think that people think it's going to cure everything. There's this really funny Jane the Virgin episode where she learns tapping from her therapist, and everywhere she goes, she's like, and it cracks me up, and it makes me want to make fun of tapping so much. But I actually really like it, and it's really helped me through some panicked experiences when I used to have a lot of panic attacks. I don't anymore. But one time I called a friend and I was like, something had happened. I don't even remember what, but I remember the emotion. And she was like, okay, this is what I want you to do. And she took me through some tapping and my whole body chilled out so fast. And I was like, what was that? That was amazing. That was the most simple thing ever. So all we're going to do, really gentle in the fingertips, okay? We're just going to really gently tap the forehead. I'm just kind of looking for the points that feel good. Breathing, relaxing. Going to the temples. Just kind of finding those pressure points that feel relaxing to you. Cheekbones. Chin. Then we're going to go to this kind of little, it's like that little fatty space in your armpit. We're just going to tap there. Just relaxing into it. And into the chest. Good, good, good. And then just relaxing from there. I feel pretty mellowed out now. How do you feel? It's very simple, very simple, very simple. Okay, putting my beanie back on. Do you, as if everyone watching wears Carhartt beanies, whenever I see someone else in a Carhartt beanie, I'm like, they're just the best. Okay, let's get into this practice. So, a little bit of background about this compassion practice. Traditionally, it is called Chenrezi. We are not going to be invoking any deities. Oh, Annie says that was my first tapping experience, and I feel kind of stoked at how awake but chill I feel. I know, you're like, whoa, I didn't really do much, and I feel like really mellowed out and kind of like activated. It's really cool. It's kind of based off this idea of acupuncture where you get needles, and I love acupuncture. So if like, and he always puts a needle right here, and it like does something to my whole body. So like, if I could just tap gently with my own Reiki hands. Anyways, I've been noticing in my videos that I'll be getting into this great thought, and then I'll stop to say hi to someone or to read a message. I don't know if that's something I should keep doing or not, but gonna try to stay on the thought that I was at. Compassion practice. I used the term Chenrezi. Chenrezi is the deity of compassion. Oh my god, Annie, don't be sorry. Please send me all the messages. I love it. I think I'm just trying to decide if I want to acknowledge every message that comes in and everyone that joins, or if I should just stay where I'm at. But I think last year I would just keep going and I wouldn't acknowledge anyone that came on, and that's like not as fun when I think I would rather like this be a conversation. So please, my love, keep sharing with me. I love it. It's just funny, you know, as I'm creating this career of mine, I'm figuring out how I want to do things. So anyways, compassion practice. Chenrezi, the deity of compassion. I don't have any pictures of him close by, I don't think. The Dalai Lama is the reincarnation of Chenrezi. We are not going to be invoking any deities. I will never teach that, unless I'm a lama someday and I have the rights to teach that. Please do not invoke any deities unless you are under the guidance of a lama or a rinpoche. But I want you to know the background of this practice. This is actually the practice that the Dalai Lama does every single morning. So if you ask me why I love it, it's so simple. It's one of the most amazing practices that you can do. So I'm definitely teaching a more westernized version. A lot of people actually call it Metta Meditation. Sharon Salzberg has been very well known for sharing Metta Meditation. Oh, the sun's starting to come out. And the thing that I love about this practice is that it really heals the heart chakra. It heals the wounds that you have towards others. It fosters equanimity, and it fosters compassion for oneself. So we're going to do a really short version of it today. Because I like to actually have at least an hour, maybe even an hour and a half to take you through the entire practice. And at the end of the month, on February 29th, I will be holding a compassion practice at Snowbird Cliff Spa. It's going to be about 2 hours. Probably the last half hour will be just for like discussion and sharing. And it's going to be totally donation based. So the way that you get in is you pay $30. You don't pay $30. You make a $30 donation to your favorite LGBTQ organization in town, like the Pride Center or Encircle or the VOA Youth Resource Center. I really wanted to do an entire fundraiser just for PFLAG, but I can't seem to figure out if PFLAG still exists. I've been out of the loop for a little while here. So anyways, you make a donation to your favorite organization. You send a screenshot to my manager, Alyssa Bakovoy, abakovoy@gmail.com. And then that's your pass into the Cliff Spa for the whole day, that whole Saturday, February 29th. So you can come in as early as you want, use the rooftop hot tub and pool, the sauna, the eucalyptus steam room. You get a robe and slippers. You get to hang out in the spa in the most beautiful scenery ever. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen it. And then you get to come to my class where we will be doing a full compassion practice. And like I said, this is my very favorite thing to teach. So let me know if you need more information on that. I think I just shared just about the whole plug for that. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So let's just take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. And I want you to start feeling into that heart center. Just feeling into that heart center. We call this arousing bodhicitta, arousing your sense of compassion for others, arousing the desire to be more loving, arousing the desire to be more compassionate, and just feeling that sensation in your heart chakra. Breathing in. Good. Just really tuning into the heart center. And I would like you to visualize in front of you, sitting in front of you, cross-legged, meditating with you, someone that you love more than anything. I usually say your mom, but I have friends who are like, that's not going to work with my mom. With my mom, that works great. With most people, the mother works. A lover, a best friend, a family member. Visualize them sitting in front of you, okay? You're looking into their eyes, and you're just feeling that, that just love. It's easy. It's unconditional. It's not hard. Just feeling that love that you have for them. And observing the way in which you want them to be free of suffering. You want them to have happiness. You want them to have joy. You want them to have well-being. You want them to be free from danger. Just feeling that desire and that love. And as you're doing that, just seeing this person across from you that you love so much, feeling into that love for them, feeling the sensations in your heart chakra, and visualizing that they are freed from their suffering. Just visualizing that as you look at them, you see all their suffering just rise up and disappear. And you see their energy lighten, you see their face smile, you see this genuine happiness and freedom from suffering. Breathing in. And you're looking at them and you have a prayer. This is a Metta mantra. May you be free from danger. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical joy. May you have ease of well-being. And you are blessing them with these words. Breathing into it, just feeling the sensation. Now, next to this person that you love so much more than anything, I want you to visualize someone that you don't even know, but you see. Like, for example, while I was walking to the coffee shop, I walked past this guy that works the front desk at a hotel that I work at an hour away. So funny. I know his name. I know nothing else about him. Something like that. Or the girl that I buy my coffee from every week. I don't even know her name, but she is always smiling. Or just some homeless guy you saw on the street the other day. The person who bagged your groceries. People that you don't really have any sort of emotional connection with. These are people that we are indifferent to. I want you to visualize one person sitting next to this person that you love more than anything. So they're both sitting next to each other in front of you, breathing in, visualizing them. And I want you to offer that love to this stranger, this indifferent person, in the same way that you did for this person you love more than anything. And if you need to go back and forth between these two people, to foster that equanimity, to foster that same loving kindness towards both of them, you can do that. Feel the sensations in your heart for the love that you have for this stranger. See their suffering. See their desire to be free from suffering. See their desire for joy, for physical well-being, for happiness. See their desire to be free from danger. Feel that compassion for them. Feel your heart chakra opening to this stranger. And as you are arousing this compassion for them, see all their suffering start to just dissipate and disappear out into the void. And see what it looks like for them to be freed from their suffering, to just be so happy. See what it's like to see them just so happy, free from their suffering, just enjoy. And feel that happiness for them, that sympathetic joy to see them so happy. And you can bless them as well. May you be free from danger. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical joy. May you have ease of well-being. Moving on to the third and last person, somebody that you despise. Somebody that you really, really struggle to love. Perhaps even somebody that when you think of them, it like hurts you in the heart. Somebody that maybe you have a lot of anger towards. This is where the practice really comes in. Really comes in. Don't shy away here. Put the person here that you don't think you can love. Put them next to the person that you love the most and look at them. And try to feel that unconditional love for them the same way that you did for the first and second person. Breathing in. It may be tough. But see them and their suffering. See their suffering. See their desire to be free from suffering. See their desire to have happiness, to have physical joy, to have well-being, to be free from danger. See how we all just want the same thing. We all just want happiness, joy, well-being, freedom from danger. See that this enemy of yours is no different than yourself, than the person you love the most, than the stranger you saw on the street. And have that compassion in your heart for them. Have that wish for them to be free from suffering. And make the prayer for them. May you be free from danger. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical joy. May you have ease of well-being. And as you bless them with this prayer, visualize all their suffering coming up and being freed from them. See themselves being freed from their suffering and see the joy and the happiness and the freedom on their face. See what it looks like for them to just be in bliss. And feel in your heart that sympathetic joy for this person. And now bring that love around the circle to everybody, including yourself. Putting the hands on your heart center. Feeling that we all want the same things. Feeling that equanimity, that compassion for each person equally. We do not love one more than the other. We love all the same, unconditionally, infinitely. Breathing in. May all beings be free from danger. May all beings have mental happiness. May all beings have physical joy. May all beings have ease of well-being. And then just coming out of that, just ending that practice on that note. Today, I will be more kind and compassionate towards myself and others than I was yesterday. Okay, Annie, it's so funny that you say that because we practice on him a lot. We practice on the president a lot at my temple. We practice on a lot of the people in government because, damn, they are suffering. They are suffering in a way that I cannot even imagine or comprehend. So thank you for practicing on him. This practice is amazing, you guys. This practice has freed my heart from so much pain. So much pain. Somehow being freed from that anger and frustration makes me actually feel sad for him. That is what Annie says. Yes, Annie. Because, and he doesn't need your pity, he needs your compassion. So when you see people creating so much harm, you can see they want to be free from suffering too. You see their suffering. You send your compassion out to them. Jen, this was amazing. Thank you so much for joining. We're getting close to the end of the half hour. I love that practice so much, and it's so much more than what we just did. So please come to my workshop at the end of the month. It's totally donation-based. It's going to be amazing. Let's get to the rest of this. Now that we've done that, this assignment, actually, this is one of the very first things that one of my lamas ever assigned me when I started practicing. And he said, Jane, I want you, I should stop mimicking Lama Sonam. He said, Jane, I want you to get out a piece of paper, draw a line. No, don't draw a line. Draw the year, write down the year you were born. So I'd write down 1994, other side, 2020. And then you can make a mark for each year. And each year of your life. And all you're going to do is write down all the memories that you can throughout your whole life. Like the big events, right? Like I was born, parents got divorced, started a new school, became a cheerleader, started playing music professionally, went to college, had my first kiss. Hi, Will. Hi, Mowgli. I believe Mowgli's real name is Andrew. Anyway, so we're making our life map, and we're seeing, the best parts, the worst parts. We're putting it all on paper, okay? And up until the very end. And then what I want you to do at the end of it is draw kind of like a line that's like a scale. I don't know. Will, help me out. What kind of line am I looking for? A line of your ups and downs. So I would say becoming a professional musician, that was a really high for me. And then getting really sick and having this terrible mental illness, that was a low. But then this happened, so just going through your life, and what you're going to see is that your life goes like this. And that is what this Lama wanted me to see. He wanted me to see that life goes like this. And he wanted me to see that these low points ended in really high points. And that the universe is blessing the fuck out of you. The universe is blessing the fuck out of you. And you're not realizing it because those negative pain points, they have a heavier pull than the positive pain points, than the positive memories. And this has actually been proven through Facebook and through Google Analytics that when someone posts something negative, it gets way more impressions than something that is a positive post. Because we actually feel a bigger emotional charge towards negativity than we do positivity. And that, my friends, is something we have to take ownership of and we have to change. And little story here. I noticed this happening the other day. I was serving this big table of women. They were just kind of a difficult table to serve. If you've served tables, there's tables that are like this, that just aren't communicating well with you. And one of them tipped me way more. She tipped me 30%. And I was like, wow, that was so nice of her. And then I got to the end of the checks. One of them didn't tip me at all. And I was like, so mad. I was like, when you're serving tables and someone doesn't tip you, it like really fucking hurts. And I started focusing on the woman who didn't tip instead of putting my energy on the woman who did. This is a classic example of feeding negativity. And I was like, I caught myself and I was like, whoa, Jane, let's look at the name of the woman who wrote you this big tip for the whole table. Look at her name, send her thanks, send her loving kindness, and also send compassion for that woman who thought that I didn't deserve to be paid for my work. Send her compassion because karma's coming back to her. So just a small example. So the reason I want you to make your life... Okay, let me just read what everyone's saying. Mowgli, your name is Andrew. Great. It's like an EKG heartbeat does the exact same thing. That's what a stunning realization. Oh, yes. I love that. Will, glob. Y-axis seems to be happiness, arbitrary chain units, and x-axis is time. Watch your life oscillate like a heartbeat. Oh my God, you guys are so great. Thanks, Will. That is so helpful. What he said. X-axis, Y-axis, time, ups and downs. Maybe she owed the other woman. We do that all the... Oh, my mom says, maybe she owed the other woman money. We do that all the time. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it happens all the time where people will be like, you know what? I'm going to tip for everyone because you all suck at tipping. Or, you know, it's just like, you cannot take that shit personally. And it's hard in the moment. But you let it go. And yesterday I had an amazing day of serving because I let it go. Okay, so the reason why I want to make this life map, not only so that you can see that life has ups and downs and that the universe is blessing the fuck out of you, but because if we cannot address our emotional wounds and our traumas and face them, they will continue to have power over us for the rest of our lives. So if you have terrifying memories or terrifying experiences that you're still keeping a secret, that you don't want to talk about, that you don't want to look at, they're going to have power over you. And I am so sorry for sharing this with you, but that is the truth. So if you cannot go into these places and really look at them and really acknowledge them, your emotional wounds, your trauma, this is all heart chakra stuff, you guys. I practice compassion practice on the people who have hurt me the most. The people who I blame for my emotional wounds, those are the people I do that compassion practice on because that is how you heal. So if you have some deep emotional wounds that you haven't worked through, you want to know what you do? You talk to a friend about it, a loved one, a religious leader, a therapist. Me. Come get a Reiki session with me. Let's clear that shit. Everybody has trauma. And if you can't talk about it, if you can't share it, if you can't release that up into the universe, it will have power over you for the rest of your life. And my love, you do not deserve that. And you do not need that. So I really want you to just pay attention to those things, you know? And then, of course, notice your blessings. Easy. When I first did this practice, I was in the shittiest place in my life. Really. And doing this, I was like, oh my gosh. Every time I thought that things were going to get so bad, and like, you see, like, how bad can it really get? Like, I think the worst that it can get is that you die. I never died. The universe actually, every time I got to my lowest point, it would come in and pick me up and bring me to a better place. And now I'm in the best place I can be. And when suffering happens, I'm like, you know what? This is impermanent and I'm going to feel better. This is impermanent. It's up and down, just like your heartbeat. I love that we've all agreed on this heartbeat thing. So just notice the the blessings, the highs and the lows. And something else that I want to bring up is this notion of forgiveness. So, sometimes I feel like I want to call my exes who have ripped my heart out and be like, I forgive you. But, and that's fine. You can do that. And I've done that with people, I've done that with people and let them know, like, I've moved past from this. I forgive you. Like, there's no emotional charge there anymore. But we're not always ready to do that. And we're not always ready to give that other person that gift of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. So if you can say, I forgive that person, and just work on it on your own, offer that pain up to the universe in a beautiful box, wrap it up and say, universe, I offer this pain up to you because I'm ready to forgive and let this go. You're going to feel a lot better. And you're going to tap into unconditional love. And like I said on the first day, I am a yoga teacher, Reiki practitioner, meditation teacher. These are all just labels to describe what I do, which is simply guiding others into unconditional love. All of these things I'm teaching you are guiding you into unconditional love. So, wow, I feel so much better now than I did when we started, you guys. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Annie says, that's going to be my new manifesto. The universe is blessing the fuck out of me. It is! And, the freaky thing is that when you start really tapping into these things, the universe is listening. And it's going to start sending you blessing after blessing after blessing, and you're going to freak out. You're going to freak out. I've been at times in my life where I'm like, this is getting intense. Everything I'm wanting is coming towards me, and I actually don't know what to do about it, which is why they say be careful what you wish for. The universe is always listening. It is always listening. So be so careful about the thoughts you have, the things you say. Okay. I can't wait to teach more Metta Meditation. I do make these little cards. I always have them with me if you ever see me and you want one. They have the Metta Meditation on them. And then actually, Annie, you might like this. It has the number to call your representatives on the back. And what does it say? Oh, it just says to demand common sense gun law reform. But it's just a reminder that you can always call your representatives and say, hey man, you live in the political realm. You must be suffering like crazy. I got love for you. And if you don't do what I say, I will vote you out of office and vote in someone who cares about life, who cares about stopping violence, who cares about our planet, who cares about marginalized communities. Okay, this is not a time for me to get into a political rant. Anyways, let's all just take a nice deep breath in here. Bringing the hands to the heart center, just feeling that unconditional love. Every person that you see today, I just want you to just say, I like you. I like you. I like you. I got love for you. I got love for you. Just remembering that every single day you have the choice to step into unconditional love, compassion, equanimity. Every single day you have this choice, okay? I'm so sorry we ran about 10 minutes over. I knew that would happen. That's why I don't teach compassion practice, because it takes so long and I love to make it take a long time. So thank you all so much. Have a beautiful day. I have my meditation class tonight at 8 p.m. at Natural Law Apothecary. If you live in Salt Lake City, I would love to see you there. I also practice Reiki every Wednesday, and I do take clients on Saturdays, but one person has monopolized all of my Saturday slots, so I might have to open up another day to start taking clients. But if you're interested in Reiki facilitation and really, really healing some of this energetic stuff, some of these wounds, I would so love to do with that. Annie, I would so love to see you at class tonight. Thank you everybody so much for joining me today. It's so much more empowering when I have other people on the live stream with me, even though I know lots of people are watching. It's really nice to have you guys here with me, so thank you so much. If you have any questions, please send them my way, And just thank you so much for being a part of this awakening, this ascension of the earth, this new consciousness. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Truly, truly. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. I don't want to say goodbye. I want to keep hanging out with all of you. But alas, goodbye. Mwah.